the smartest sports YouTuber back with another video. And in this video, we gotta talk about Justin the Pervert Herbert choking the Chargers season away like I said he would. He is a big game choker. He is not on the level of Joe Burrow when it comes to playing in big games. And he proved it Sunday night against the Raiders. Win and get in. Basically a semi-playoff game. Win, get in. Lose, go home. Even if you tied, you would get in. You had the biggest advantage. You played the Raiders, who you shit on previously this year. The Raiders, who aren't that great of a team, and you had a chance to either win or tie and go to the playoffs, and Justin Herbert, the pervert, laid a stinker out on that field. Now, I know people, Herbert Nutriders, will say, oh, how can you say that? He was so clutch. He had two drives the whole game. That was it. Besides that, he was absolutely worthless, absolutely shit the whole fucking game. The man threw 64 times in this game, barely completed above 50% of his passes, had a passer rating of 80, 2 touchdowns, which came towards the end, 1 interception, which a fourth quarter interception. I mean, they were down 26-14, plenty of time in the fourth. You throw an interception, you make it a 2-touchdown game, including a 2-point conversion. If you would have just drove down the field and scored a touchdown, then a touchdown would have won it in regulation. But instead, Justin Herbert, the pervert, absolute choke job, threw a terrible interception, absolutely terrible. Tried to force it in. Nowhere near the receiver. Just absolutely pathetic performance by Justin the Pervert Herbert, who I knew would cost the Chargers the season. And people want to point to the defense, this and that. The defense actually held up good in spots. I mean, if you look at the Raiders' offense, they really didn't do shit. Derek Carr didn't have a good game. Josh Jacobs was all right, but they really didn't do shit for the most part. I mean, if you look at it, like I said, Justin Herbert threw an interception on their side of the field. The defense was able to hold him to a field goal. The Chargers offense, led by Justin Herbert, the pervert, went for it on fourth and short on their own 18, 19-yard line. They didn't get it. Guess what the defense did? Held them to a field goal. So I do not want to hear the fucking excuse that the defense lost the game. No, Justin the Herbert pervert lost the fucking game. He choked in the biggest game of his career, like he's done time and time again. The man had 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, not even 390 yards on 64 attempts. Barely completed over 50% of his attempts. That is fucking pathetic. Okay, so he was really inefficient. People can point to the fourth down plays, but he was the one getting them to the fourth downs because he was inaccurate most of the night. He was absolutely pathetic. These are just the facts. I'm not making this up. I'm not lying. I'm not being I'm not gonna lie, as a Bengals fan, I was cheering for the Raiders, not because I was hating on Herbert, the pervert. It was because I wanted the Bengals to play the Raiders. And now we'll get to see in back-to-back weeks, like we saw against the Ravens, when Justin Herbert absolutely got shit on by the Ravens, and then Joe Burrow goes out and puts over 403 touchdowns on them. Now we get to see the same defense against Joe Burrow a week later. The same defense that shut Herbert down for the most part, absolutely shit on him, and ended his fucking season. That's 2 seasons now where Justin Herbert, the pervert, has no playoff appearances, and he was drafted to a much better, much more talented team. People said that Cincinnati would ruin Joe Burrow, and guess what the fuck happened? He is the one out of 2, Justin Herbert. He is the first one to make the playoffs. So, Justin Herbert fanboys, go fuck yourself. I know you're salty right now. Justin Herbert with a pathetic performance with his season on the line. He choked against the Texans, and now he just massively choked against the fucking Raiders. And the Raiders defense tried to give the game away. I mean, how many times on fourth down did they leave someone wide open? Especially that 4th and 21, they just left someone wide open in the middle of the end zone, right in the zone. I mean, that's fucking pathetic by the Raiders defense. But Herbert the pervert couldn't get it done in the end. And the thing that you can't say the defense lost the game, because the Raiders got the ball first in overtime. If the Raiders went down and scored a touchdown first possession, then you could make that argument. But the Chargers defense once again held them to a field goal in overtime on the first drive. Then it was up to Justin Herbert the pervert to close the deal, go down and score a touchdown. And what the fuck happened? He had a wide open guy. He hit. I mean, that got most of the yards. That got him in field goal range after like one play. So yeah, it was absolutely pathetic that Herbert the Perfect couldn't cash in on a touchdown the final drive in overtime. He was a real choker in that game. Then the Raiders got the ball back, went down. The refs tried to screw the Raiders by not calling a crucial face mask, but Derek Carr converted anyways. Then they ended up getting a field goal. So all in all, I mean, the Chargers defense in overtime didn't allow a touchdown. It's not like, and the Chargers had plenty of turnovers on their side of the field, and guess what happened? The Chargers defense held up. So the Chargers defense played better than people are going to give it credit for because they just look at the score. They don't look at the context. In reality, Justin Herbert the Pervert lost his team the game. He cost his team a playoff spot. These are fucking facts. He did the same thing against Houston when he threw 2 interceptions, including a fourth quarter pick six to lose to Davis Mills and the Texans. I mean, that is fucking pathetic. Never compare him to Joe Big Dick Burrow again. The only time you can compare him to Joe Burrow if he ever makes the fucking playoffs. But as of now, Herbert the Pervert has not made the playoffs. He has a talented team, and he's still yet to make the playoffs. That is fucking pathetic. All you Herbert Nutriders need to bend the fucking knee, bow down, kiss the ring of Joe Burrow. Kiss the ring. Joe Burrow is higher in the MVP race. Justin Herbert has more interceptions. Joe Burrow has more higher touchdown percentage. Joe Burrow has almost just as many yards per game, but obviously with this game, Justin Herbert got his stats up because Joe Burrow sat out, and Justin Herbert threw the ball 64 times in this game. That is fucking insane. 64 times. The game was in his hands to win or lose, and guess what the fuck he did? He lost. Case fucking closed. All you Herbert Nutriders, bow down, admit you were wrong, admit Big Dick Burrow is the better quarterback. That fucking simple. So with your Saturday night, I expect you to watch Big Dick Burrow beat the team that eliminated your bitch ass from the playoffs. And it's just funny that the Raiders, all the shit Chargers fans were talking about the Raiders, all the shit they were talking about Derek Carr, and they were hyping up Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert had the game in his hands. The defense played good enough for him to win. Like I said, the Chargers offense turned the ball over on their side of the field like 3 times in this game, and all the time the Chargers held them to field goals. So the Chargers defense did its job. They had a run game to go along with Herbert, but they put the ball in Justin Herbert's hands, and Herbert could not get the fucking job done. He fucking choked in the end. Fourth quarter interception, crucial. Overtime, he has he knows that he needs at least a field goal, but in reality, he knows he needs a fucking touchdown to win. Because even if they kicked the field goal like they did, the Raiders could have just ran the clock out for a tie. So Justin Herbert knew he needed a fucking touchdown to win in overtime, and he fucking choked. All that shit you were talking, he fucking choked at the end. Choker, robotic choker. Herbert the Pervert has been fucking exposed. But anyways, I know Justin Herbert fanboys are sick right now. I know they're salty as fuck. And it's pretty funny. They were talking all this shit about the Bengals, about Burrow. I mean, if you look at one of my first videos, it was the Bengals would be better than the Chargers. The Bengals would be better than the Dolphins. Look at the comments of those videos from the opposing fans. They were calling me delusional, this and that. And what the fuck happened? Exactly what I said would happen. Joe Burrow is a top 3 quarterback. Justin Herbert is a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Justin Herbert is a good quarterback. Joe Burrow is elite. There are levels to this. There's a reason why Joe Burrow is much higher in the MVP race. There's a reason why in must-win games down the stretch. Is it a coincidence that Joe Burrow is playing his best ball down the stretch? And a part of that has to do with his injury. He's getting farther along from his injury. And Zach Taylor's finally letting him off a injury leash because they wanted to protect him early in the season. So that's part of the reason. But another part is the more big the game is, the higher the stage, the better Joe Burrow plays. I mean, the past 2 games Joe Burrow has played, they're pretty much in playoff type games, similar to this game with the Chargers and Raiders, because you needed to beat Baltimore, you needed to beat Kansas City to win the division, and that's exactly what he did. And he had a total of like 8 touchdowns, over 900 yards, high-ass completion percentage, a great passer rating. So in the biggest games, Joe Burrow turns into the best quarterback in the fucking league. Justin Herbert turns into a fucking choke job, robotic Herbert the pervert choker. That's exactly what the fuck happened. All you charge dick riders, all you Herbert nut riders, all you fucking trolls need to apologize and admit you were fucking wrong. The Bengals are better. Joe Burrow is far better than Justin Herbert the pervert. And I just hope you have fun watching Joe Burrow play in the playoffs. If Joe Burrow wins a playoff game, you better not even talk. You better not say a word if it's not, I'm sorry, I was wrong. You're my daddy. Joe Burrow's my daddy. Joe Burrow's much better than Herbert the pervert. I was fucking wrong. Those better be the only words you say if Joe Burrow wins a playoff game before Justin Herbert the pervert even makes the fucking playoffs. Fucking pathetic. Win and get in, and he choked against the fucking Raiders. That's all I gotta say. I'll leave that video off there. Herbert the pervert got fucking exposed. These are all the facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, keep the channel growing, and you just listen to the smartest sports YouTuber on the planet. That's a fact, and I'm out.